Welcome to Velotech Solution. This is your comprehensive training guide for our new enterprise content management system adoption. I'm excited to walk you through this step-by-step approach to ensure a smooth transition and adoption. This training covers the secure customization of our enterprise content management software and our DevOps implementation here at Velotech Solution. Welcome to your new ECM system. Our training programs has 5 key objectives. First, we'll ensure a smooth transition to the new enterprise content management system. Second, we'll provide hands-on guidance for your daily tasks and workflows. Third, we'll build your confidence in utilizing advanced features and capabilities. Fourth, we'll establish best practices for security and data management. And fifth, we'll enable faster troubleshooting and issue resolution. By the end of this training, you'll be equipped to use the system effectively and confidently. Let me tell you about our journey from legacy to modern platform. Our legacy system had serious issues with its monolithic architecture that was inadequate for our current data volumes, causing operational interruption. The modern transformation we have implemented includes DevOps with containerization using Docker, orchestration using Kubernetes, and cloud-native architecture on AWS. The key improvements we have achieved are impressive. Enhanced performance with a 40% improvement, um, reduced deployment time from 2 hours down to just 15 minutes, and significantly improved security across the board. Now, let's talk about why we change and the business case behind it. We had 4 major problems with the legacy system. The system volatility was our first challenge. The legacy ECM proved volatile under increased data load, causing operational interruptions. We experienced significant performance issues where order delays increased by 25% and inventory discrepancies rose by 15%. Infrastructure limitation plagued us with inadequate document management, lack of scalability, and obsolete architecture. And we faced security vulnerabilities with patchy security, inconsistent access control, and insufficient monitoring. These problems were affecting our daily operation and our bottom line. The benefits of modernization have been remarkable. Enhanced performance means our system performance improved by 40% with faster response times. Deployment efficiency improved dramatically. Deployment time reduced from 2 hours to just 15 minutes. Reliability has been transformed. Downtime reduced to less than 5 minutes per month from 4 hours per month. And security has been completely revolutionized. We now have zero security incident compared to 4 monthly before implementation. These aren't just incremental improvements. This is a complete transformation of how we operate. Let's look at our new system architecture and the shift from monolithic to microservices. The new ECM system replaces the legacy monolithic architecture with a modern microservices approach, dividing functionality into specialized services. The legacy monolithic system had a single unified codebase with tight coupling of components, which created scalability challenges and a single point of failure. Our modern microservices architecture features loosely coupled services that allowed independent deployment, better scalability, and enhanced fault isolation. This architectural change is fundamental to all the improvements you will experience. Here is how our microservices architecture is structured. The API gateway serves as a single entry point for client application. Document services handles storage, retrieval, and version control. The metadata service manages metadata, tags, and classification. The search service provides full text search on content and metadata. Access control manages permissions and logging. The workflow service handles multi-step business operation, and the user interface is the web application that employees interact with. Each of these services operate independently but communicate seamlessly to provide you with a unified, powerful experience. Now, let's dive into the key feature and benefits. Starting with performance, we have achieved enhanced performance by 40% across the board. Reduced deployment time from 2 hours to 15 minutes represents an 87.5% reduction in time. Order processing time has been reduced by 25%, meaning faster turnarounds for your customers. These performance improvements translate directly into time saved and productivity gain in your daily work. Reliability has improved dramatically. System availability improved from 99.4% to 99.95%. We reduce downtime from 4 hours per month to less than 5 minutes per month. Mean time between failures increased from 180 hours to over 2000 hours, and mean time to recovery reduced to less than 3 minutes from 45 minutes. What this means for you is that the system is there when you need it, and when issues do occur, they are resolved almost instantly. Security and scalability are built into the core of this system. We have integrated security at all levels using Vault, RBAC, and encryption. We have eliminated security incident, now 0 per month versus 4 per month before. Comprehensive security scanning happens in our CI/CD pipeline itself. For scalability, we now support 500 concurrent users. Previously, we could handle only 300. Peak load performance handles 800 users while degrading gracefully rather than crashing. And we achieved a payback period of just 7 months due to operational efficiencies. Getting Let's get started with the system access and login. Step 1 is accessing the system. Open your browser and navigate to ecm.velotech-solution.com and click on the Sign In button in the top right corner. Enter your Velotech email address and click Continue. It's that simple to get started. Step 2 is the authentication process. Enter your password when prompted. If two-factor authentication is enabled, enter the code from your authenticator app. Complete the CAPTCHA verification if displayed. This multi-layered authentication keeps our data secure while remaining straightforward to use. For initial setup requirements, the first time users will be directed to create a new password. You'll need to agree to the terms of service and privacy policy. Then configure your security preferences and notification settings. System requirements are straightforward. Supported browsers include Chrome 80 and above, Firefox 74 and above, or Safari 13 and above. JavaScript must be enabled in your browser and pop-ups must be allowed for the ECM application. Need help? Contact the IT support team at helpdesk@velotix-solution.com or extension 1234. Now, let's cover the document upload and storage. The document upload process has 4 simple steps. First, access the document service by logging into the ECM system with your credentials. Second, select the document type by choosing the appropriate document category. Third, add metadata by entering tags and classification information. Fourth, confirm and upload by reviewing details and finalizing your upload. This streamlined process makes document management quick and efficient. Version control features are built right in. We have automatic versioning of documents, so every change is tracked. You can track changes and annotation made by different users. And you have the ability to roll back to previous version whenever needed. This eliminates confusion about which version is current and gives you a complete audit trail of document evolution. Document search and retrieval is powered by Enhanced Search Service. It is powered by Elasticsearch for fast, reliable search capabilities. You get full text search across document content and metadata. Advanced metadata filtering capabilities lets you narrow down results precisely. There is support for complex search queries and wildcard for power users. And real-time search index updates mean newly uploaded documents are immediately searchable. Finding what you need has never been faster or easier. The search performance improvements are impressive. Mean response time improved from 2.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. That's a 40% improvement. The 95th percentile response improved from 4 seconds to 1.2 seconds, a 67% improvement. Even during peak usage time, you are getting lightning fast search results. Managing document metadata is handled by a dedicated metadata service. The metadata service manages metadata, tags, and document classification. It uses a Postgres SQL database for metadata storage and follows microservices best practices with an isolated data store. It enforces eventual consistency for distributed transaction. The API documentation uses open API specification for automated testing and client creation, with endpoints for getting, posting, putting, and deleting metadata. Document classification and tagging provide powerful organizational capabilities. Classification types include document type, department, and project. Classification methods include manual assignment, automated tagging, and template-based classification. For tagging an organization, you can create custom tags, establish tag hierarchies, and use tag-based search. The organizational structure supports virtual folders, document relationships, and access control lists, giving you flexible ways to organize and find your content. Workflow management is one of the most powerful features of the new system. The workflow service handles multi-step business operations that were previously manual processes, and it implements the business rules and validation automatically. It tracks process status and history so you always know where things stand, and it integrates seamlessly with other microservices. Key capabilities include approvals with automated email notification, automatic document routing based on metadata, conditional workflows with branching based on business rules, timers for delayed actions with SLA tracking, and defined error handling for failed operation. Here is a sample workflow to illustrate how this works. A document is created, which triggers the workflow. It moves to manager approval where notifications are sent. Then it goes through a quality check phase. Finally, it reaches the final approval. At each stage, the system automates notification, track timing, and ensures nothing falls through the cracks. This automation saves hours of manual work and eliminates human error. Permission levels operate at three tiers: document level permissions, folder level permissions, and system-wide role assignments. The access request process is simple. First, identify the document or folder requiring access. Second, submit an access request through the self-service portal. Third, receive email notification when access is granted. A security note: access requests are reviewed by your manager and the IT security team. Unauthorized access attempts are logged and may result in account suspension, so always use the proper request process. Security best practices are critical for protecting our data. For password management, use complex password with a minimum of 12 characters. Enable multi-factor authentication for all accounts. Never share passwords or store them in plain text. Change password regularly per our security policy. For data encryption, awareness, understand that all data is encrypted both in transit and at rest. Use, use HTTPS connection for all system access. Be aware of encryption keys managed by HashiCorp Vault. Report any suspected encryption failures immediately. For compliance and policies, follow role-based access control strictly. Adhere to data classification policies, comply with security scanning and audit requirements, and participate in regular security awareness training. Remember, security is built at all levels of our system with Vault, RBAC, encryption, and ongoing security scanning. Any security incident should be reported immediately to the IT security team. Let me explain. Let me explain HashiCorp Vault for secret management. HashiCorp Vault is our centralized secret management system. It provides secure storage for credentials, tokens, and encryption keys. Access control works through role-based permissions. It offers encryption as a service for insensitive data and integrates with CI/CD pipeline for automatic deployment. The staff interaction process involves requesting access to the IAM system, authentication with your corporate credentials, retrieving secrets via CLI, API, or web interface, and participating in rotation either through automated or manual processes. Security best practices include never storing secrets in code or configuration files, using the least privilege principle for access, enabling audit logs for secret access, regularly rotating credentials, and using appropriate Apro or Kubernetes auth methods. Let's cover common issues starting with slow performance. Common issues include inefficient database queries, large document uploads without proper caching, insufficient system resources during peak hours, and network latency issues. Self-help solutions include clearing browser cache and cookies, using search filters to reduce result sets, downloading documents during off-peak hours, and checking system resources like CPU, memory, and disk I/O. When to escalate to IT support. When performance issues persist after self-help attempts, slow response affects critical business operation, error messages appear during document access, or issues occur across the entire system. The system uses caching strategies including Redis caching for in-memory data structure storage, database read replicas to distribute read load, and Kubernetes horizontal pod autoscaler that automatically scales resources based on demand. Document sync problems can occur occasionally. Sync issues include delays during peak times when documents experience significant delays before syncing, inconsistent sync state where files may appear in multiple locations or show different versions, and connectivity problems where temporary network issues causes sync failures requiring manual intervention. Solutions include S3 event notification for immediate sync operations, transfer acceleration for optimized upload paths during peak usage, exponential backoff as a retry mechanism with increasing delays, and sync lag monitoring for real-time monitoring with alerts for abnormal patterns. Access denied errors can happen for several reasons. Understanding permission error means recognizing that access may be denied due to RBAC implementation, checking if your account has necessary permissions, understanding the resource may be a part of a workflow requiring approval, or realizing access may be time limited due to temporary role assignments. For requesting access, identify the resource owner who manages permission. Submit an access request through the formal process via your manager and follow up by checking status with your IT support if access isn't granted within 24 hours. Verifying role assignment involves checking your current roles by navigating to user profile and then security settings and reviewing assigned roles and permission. Common issues include stale permissions from previous roles or missing group memberships. Let me cover monitoring support and resources available to you. For monitoring and system health, we use the ELK stack for log aggregation and Prometheus and Grafana for metrics collection and visualization. Dashboard components show system performance metrics, network latency, database performance, and document storage statistics. Performance indication use green for normal, amber for degrading, and red for critical status. For getting help and support, contact the help desk at extension 4444 or helpdesk@velotech.com. Chat support is available during business hours. Email support@velotech.com. Access the service portal at selfdesk.velotech.com. The escalation the escalation procedure has three levels. Level 1, technical support available 24/7. Level 2, subject matter experts available 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Level 3, development team available 24/7. Documentation and training resources include the internal ECM architecture document and security policy manual, DevOps training programs, and ECM system videos. Finally, let's talk about next step and continuous improvement. For ongoing training, participate in regular refresher courses on ECM system features, advanced training on API integration and automation, security best practices workshops, and complete your training certification. For feedback collection, we conduct um, weekly user experience service, monthly feedback session with the project team, direct communication with system administrators, and use usage analytics to identify improvement areas. Your feedback drives implementation areas. For system enhancement, participate in user acceptance testing, propose feature improvements, join the ECM user community, and contribute to documentation. These user-driven enhancements shape our system. Your input shapes the future of our ECM system. Thank you for your attention and welcome to the future of content management at Velotech Solution. Now let's get started.